What's up, Homestead Homies? This is DOUG and STACY, and I'm Stacy, and today we're going to ferment basil and grape tomatoes. Okay guys, so today we are going to ferment basil and grape tomatoes together. And I love the pairing of the basil and the tomatoes. It's just a wonderful, wonderful taste. And I really enjoy when I'm cooking and when we're eating every day, I try to incorporate bitter herbs into our diet, whether it's oregano, if it's basil, if it's parsley, thyme. Any of these herbs are just so beneficial into the diet. Back in biblical times, you have bitter herbs. Bitter herbs are something that starts the digestive process. And in our industrial times, people are doing too much of cooking things and then sweetening things up. And you need that bitter element in the diet because what it does is it gets the gastric juices going, and it's so crucial for your digestion. And because people have been eating such, overcooked foods or not having enough nutrients into their diet, it's causing digestive problems, which in turn leads to autoimmune problems and health problems, and it's just a big snowballing effect. So incorporating bitter herbs in your diet is crucial in your digestive process and for your health. And they're loaded in vitamins, antioxidants, flavonoids that help protect your cells from any damage. So it's wonderful. So try to incorporate herbs in. So today we're putting basil into our ferment. So what I've done is already, I've gotten some of these little tomatoes, and you can use cherry tomatoes, any color tomato, whatever you got. And I poked a hole in them because you want it to absorb the brine. I've also went ahead and put some basil in there. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more basil in there. So I'm poking my holes in there. I'm gonna pack them in there good. I'm gonna load this up. Just like that. Okay. And then when I get this finished, I'm going to make a brine solution, which is salt water. And I'm going to use salt, an unrefined sea salt. Pink Himalayan sea salt is my favorite. I like it because it has a really mild flavor. But there's Celtic sea salt, real salt. There's many different types of unrefined salts that you can use that are very, very good for your body. So I'm going to pack in my basil. All right, and I got this basil from my garden. It's starting to grow really good now. Usually starts off slow, and then as the summer goes on, it goes crazy. And make sure it's not too late, guys. If you don't have any herbs in your garden, they're on sale. You could even go to the stores and get them, and they are on sale now. Everything's 50, 75% off. Put your seeds in right now. So there's no excuses for basil. For herbs, you guys can get these herbs and grow them in a planter, in a pot, and they grow anywhere, and they're phenomenal. So get on it. So I'm going to get a couple teaspoons, it's about 2 teaspoons of salt in there. And this is just warm water, very warm water. And I'm going to dissolve my brine. Because the salt is what's going to preserve your ferment. And we want to cover the ferment over the top so that no oxygen gets in there to protect it. Okay? Make sure I get all that salt in there. Got it all. Perfect. Now, I'm going to do something that I haven't done on another video, some of my other videos. Usually I might put a piece of cabbage, or you might put a weight, something on it to keep it from floating. These are pretty heavy. They're not going to really float that much, but just to protect it, I'm just going to put a layer of olive oil on the top, and that's going to help prevent any oxygen from getting in there. Okay? Now when I put this to ferment, you want to put it somewhere about room temperature, so it'll ferment about 5 to 10 days, 5 to 7 days. I'm going to put it in a bowl because what's going to happen as it's starting to ferment, the bubbles are going to start to come on top, and it's going to kind of get some pressure in there. So you just gently turn it and burp it just a little bit to let some of the air out, but do not take it off so that oxygen gets to it. You want to keep it totally submerged and protected in here. And after 5-7 days or so, it should be ready to go. And then go ahead and put it into the refrigerator, and you will have, and they won't last that long. I mean, I'll eat these in just a couple days. But whenever I can get my produce, it's coming from the garden, I just go ahead and I'll just keep fermenting and fermenting it, and then that way I don't have like an overabundance where, you know, it's like whoosh, getting too much to do. So go ahead and try these two pairings, the basil and tomatoes, and when it's all fermented, if you guys, you know, want to have, you know, maybe a piece of toast and you can pair it with some mozzarella, it's just phenomenal. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And don't forget, guys, we're having the big collab with about homesteaders versus preppers, and we will be doing that tomorrow. And if you guys are interested in a Homestead Homey t-shirt, just email us. And other than that, look for us on Instagram and Twitter. I want to thank you guys so very much. Try this ferment and let me know. And this is Off with Doug and Stacy, and I'm Stacy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Today, I want to take you guys on an interior tour. So follow me.